I guess that's enough for this game. Let's. Why don't you grab Link's Awakening? Let's pop that in.
Okay. Yay! Alright, where is it?
It's in the Super Game Boy on the Super Nintendo. To the right.
Oh yeah, that's right. You should talk about that.
Sure. So.
Do you need me to turn this off first?
No. Leave it on. Change it up.
Okay.
Upside down. There you go. That's it. So what Allison's referring to is the there are a few different types of Game Boy cartridges. Let me resize this screen so it looks a little nicer here. A few different types of Game Boy cartridges. And
I'm making myself a drink. Do you want anything?
Just water.
Okay.
And they all have different purposes. So like back when the original Game Boy came out, they had like these like kind of a light gray cartridge. Those cartridges only played black and white games. And then the Game Boy Color came out. And with the Game Boy Color, actually, I'm one step ahead of myself here. The Super Game Boy came out. It's a cartridge that contained an original Game Boy hardware in it that you would plug into a Super Nintendo. And when you would do that, you could play your Game Boy games on your Super Nintendo. Play it on your TV.
Did you take a photo of it? Is it in like your cloud storage?
Of what?
The screen from when you plugged it into the Super Nintendo. Or...
Oh no! I just took some photos on my camera. I haven't put them anywhere. And so, but with the Super Game Boy, they added the ability to have color in the game. Only a little bit of color though. It's the original Game Boy games only had 4 colors, and they were all grayscale colors. So there was white, light gray, dark gray, and black. And so then, with the Super Game Boy, you could recolor those 4 colors to be 4 different colors, and have like a palette. And so, then some of the games, after they released the Super Game Boy, would actually have inside them like a code for the color palette. So if you played it on a Super Game Boy, it would have 4 colors that were specific to that game, and it would kind of play like color on a Super Game Boy, not like full color, but it would have some color. But those were still the great cartridges. A lot of the great cartridges had that capability. Then they came out with the Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Color had a full graphic processor or color processor, and so it was able to actually handle more colors. And there was a bit of an issue because a lot of people had just the regular Game Boys or the Game Boy Pockets at that point, and they still wanted to be able to buy games. And so what they ended up doing was some games they made like these dual compatible cartridges, ones that had full color and ones that could play in the black and white Game Boys. And so
I wonder how that works from like a hardware perspective. Like what in like when you plug it in, how does it know um like in the Super Nintendo to grab which particular colors, or is it just like it can't read past a certain
yeah, I don't know how it's actually working, but they did make these special cartridges for that would work on both consoles. Um, and then eventually, uh, or when the Game Boy Color came out, there were other games that utilized only the full color palette. So most of the games that were dual compatible were ones that were already Game Boy games that were like re-released for the
oh,
for
interesting.
the Game Boy Color, like the dual compatible ones. So
So
this
they
was
already would have had the code for it, and then they upscaled it basically to do the
yeah, they added color to them.
yeah.
So this is one of those games. This is Link's Awakening DX. It's one of the Zelda games, and and it is a dual compatible cartridge. So you'll see that since I'm playing it in the Game Boy player for the GameCube, that it has full color on it. And if I played it on the Super Game Boy for the Super Nintendo, it would only have 4 colors because the Super Game Boy is original Game Boy hardware, not Game Boy Color hardware.
Yeah, and it actually it was kind of interesting. We did load it up, and it had like a specific border for Link's Awakening too.
Yeah, so this one did have the extra information in it for the colors for the Super Game Boy. So it actually has this cool like border. But I want to play it with the full colors, and
yeah.
oh my goodness, the anti-aliasing in this does not look good. Or de-interlacing. Let's see if we can do something. It's a little better.
I don't know what any of the different settings are. Try
That
retro.
one's the worst.
Whoa, retro goes bouncy bouncy.
Discard. Kind of wavy looking.
So far your best has been linear and whatever the first one was. And it might also just be that you've stretched the video to be bigger than the original.
Yeah, I could probably fix that with different scale filtering, but
I get audio for like a half a second, and then I move, and it's not there.
so let's see. Let's just go back to linear because that actually it's a little wavy, but maybe if I shrink it up a little bit, it's still a little wavy on that picture.
I don't know. So what was the other one that you did? You went from linear to something else, and like the second one was also pretty good.
It's okay. Linear is the one I normally have. All right. So we're playing Link's Awakening.
Which is also the older version of the game that they just re-released for the Switch. I guess it's actually they rebuilt it for the Switch, right?
Yeah, they made a whole new remake of this game. Oh, I got a shield.
All right.
Oh yeah, we can do the whole stretching thing in this too. Oh, that's funny.
The what? Why are you monkeying around with all of our aspect ratios, sir?
So the Game Boy Advance, so the Game Boy player on the GameCube is Game Boy Advance hardware, and it has the ability, since the Game Boy Advance had a wider screen than the Game Boy Color did, it had the ability to stretch the game to the full width of the screen, which would stretch it out all weird and stuff. I think there's chain chomps in this game.
Why is there a chain chomp in this game?
There's a lot of Mario references in this game.
And why is that chain chomp not hurting you? Also, Brandon, you could be reading beautiful quotes out loud. You don't have a shield. You do not have a sword.
I got a shield. I don't have a sword. But I can hold up my shield.
Oh, there's a foxy dog?
Yeah, there is a dog.
It's a foxy dog.
Okay.
Yahoo!
She's fine. And you?
Not bad. How about you?
How to say... Please call outside. It seems that old man O'Reara He's a shy guy in person.
Uh-huh. Bring, click! Yes! It's the
bucket mouse. Thanks for calling. Well, click. You must have dialed a wrong number.
What?
Alright.
It's very weird to have, like, telephones all over the place in, like, a Zelda game.
Aurora speaking. You know, there is a library in the village that might have some good information for you. Talk to you later. Okay.
Who? Why? What? What is this?
This is the start menu.
Why is there a 1 through 8? Ooh, you are wearing green. Does that matter in this game?
I don't know.
A buddy of mine from work played this game, the Switch version of it, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but I feel like he said it's a solid game if you buy it on sale. Like, I think that's that was his. It was like, it's, you know, it's not a port, it's a remake, and he's like, it's the same game, so.
Shovel for 200.
Hearts?
3 hearts for 10.
Which would be your whole...
I already have a shield, though.
Entire... And you have no monies. But your whole entire hearts you can get for just 10. That seems very... That... What is that?
It's the flying rooster.
It's a rooster?
That's what it said.
Is that where you save your game?
Yes.
Is it weird that it looked like a Magikarp to me? And, like...
Keep a lookout for me. He's gonna get lost in the hills, he says.
Just so you know, I'm planning on it. Just gonna go get lost in the hills. Actually, that sounds like a fantastic
baby
camping
wants a
trip.
Yoshi doll.
They're trendy.
You get it from the trendy game.
Oh. Is this the trendy game?
I don't know. I can't pick up pots yet.
Oh, no. You're too weak. So, okay. Where in the timeline is this game? And look at the Magikarp. It's a Magikarp.
Where?
I just think the center thing looks like a Magikarp.
The rooster?
Yeah. I don't see a rooster at all.
Here sleeps the flying rooster.
It can tell me that it's
a
rooster.
wind. It's a wind vane.
I can see the wind vane part, but I see one big eye, dark top, white bottom. Looks fishy like.
Okay.
So yeah, where does this game though fall timeline wise?
You're gonna have to look it up. I don't know.
Let's find out.
Some kids playing ball. Here's the library.
Ooh, there's some interesting information in the library. I don't know if you know.
Selecting the item that's right for you. Read this book?
No.
Nah. Nah. Secrets of the World. I need a blade first. Alright. Let's...
True. Alright.
Just push all of the buttons at once. Don't ask me what that means. I'm just a kid.
You can play all the way up through like the Wii games, right?
What's that?
I said you can play all the way up through the Wii games, right?
Yeah. He said push all of the buttons at once. That's how you save. You push all of the buttons at once.
That feels less... No. Ow, 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 ow. That's a puppy. Stop it. No. God. You're stuck on me. Stop it. Alright. So do you know where the Minish Cap fell? Because that's the one I have the whole timeline in front of me.
No.
So, there's the combined timeline at the beginning.
Yeah, okay, so the combined timeline, this is like Skyward Sword and them.
Force Sword.
Anyone who's not familiar with the timeline, the combined time, there was like the timeline of Zelda starts off with Skyward Sword, and is like one timeline until the game Ocarina of Time. In which case, there is the plot line of that game, as I understand it. I haven't really played through the game.
Oh, I have.
But in that game, Link is actually defeated as a child, and then comes back like several years later to defeat Ganon as an adult, and in doing that, it split the timeline, and so
because time travel does that.
Yeah, so there's a Link is defeated timeline, a Link wins as a child timeline, and a Link wins as an adult timeline.
Correct.
And so they call those the defeated timeline, the adult timeline, and the child timeline. And
can't stop yawning. It's not you. I'm super interested.
And so it gets a little confusing. So when she says the combined timeline, she's talking about before Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And then after that, there's the defeated timeline, the child timeline, and the adult timeline.
So,
I feel like I need a weapon. Like,
you 100% need to have a weapon. I have no idea. I'm just a kid. I don't know. You can't go to the shop until you have a sword, sir. You can't break that stuff. It's too much in the way. The shop never gets business. The child just wants to eat and he can't. Okay, so Skyward Sword was the first one you called out. That is the start of the Zelda timeline.
yeah.
The next in the series is Minish Cap. So Minish Cap is right up there with the beginning of the Zelda timeline.
Okay.
And let's see. This one is Link's...
So Skyward Sword, then Minish Cap. Is that what you said?
Yes. And then it goes Four Swords, which we should play.
Yeah, so Four Swords is an interesting one because it started off as just like an add-on to one of the other games.
Mm-hmm.
And then they made it its own game after a while.
And I don't know, I remember us playing this. We probably played it.
Here's the sword.
Oh. I like that you can just push a spiky thing. Oh, but you have to talk to this owl.
Hoot, hoot! So you are the lad who owns the sword. Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. You are a bad influence on them. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. It is said that you cannot leave the island unless you wake the windfish. You should now go north to the mysterious forest. Windfish live in forests.
Their natural habitat.
I will wait for you there, Hoot.
Thank you for telling me. I wouldn't have guessed. I assumed that when you were explaining the timelines, you were responding to Bernard's question.
Oh, okay.
I asked.
So does the combined timeline include all the Zelda games that exist? So the combined timeline is the first several in the timeline. So A has to... Okay, there we go.
Oh, goodness.
Let's make that... There we go. I've been playing with the sword as B the whole game last time.
I didn't
want that to be the same.
touch the mic. It'll be fine.
So, no, there's... Well, how many games are in the combined timeline?
4?
So, yeah, Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, you say Four Sword?
Yep.
And then Ocarina of Time.
That's it.
Because Ocarina of Time is the one that switches the timeline up. And then, after that, you have the defeated timeline, which I think starts with Majora's Mask.
The defeated one?
Yeah.
No, it does not start with Majora's Mask. That's the child timeline.
That's the child timeline?
Yep.
And,
oh, he does
he's
have a yellow
collecting
cap.
things.
He's in the defeated timeline.
Oh, don't you have the thing up?
Yeah. No, but I just noticed him.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the defeated timeline. So you can always tell a Zelda game that's in the defeated timeline if you look at Link's hat. For some reason, in the defeated timeline, the hat has a yellow brim around it, and in the other timelines, he's just got a green cap. There's no brim on it.
Yep. So
This guy collects bananas.
I could have figured out what timeline he was by looking at the character a little closer, but that's okay. We're here now. So.
And then so
Monkey.
So what's in the defeated timeline? In which order?
Okay.
So Majora's Mask is first.
No, that's the child era.
Oh, alright, okay.
So defeated era is A Link to the Past.
Okay.
Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages.
Ooh, I want to play those.
So before we get too far into that, I don't know why I'm gonna go back to Four Swords. So the cool thing about Four Swords is that we'll actually get to play together with it.
Yeah.
But it's also a very persnickety game that, like, if the cable comes loose at all, it's like you ready to restart the entire section. Like, you spent 20 minutes getting here, but good luck. There's no save points. All right. So that's that game. So okay. And then it goes this game, Link's Awakening. Ooh, this is called the Era of Light and
So
Dark.
was it Four Sword before this, or what was the one right before this?
The one right before this was Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of
Okay.
Ages. I went back to Four Swords because I remembered that I wanted to talk about it. So I'm confusing everybody. That's what I decided. Okay. And then it is A Link Between Worlds. And then it is Triforce Heroes.
Triforce Heroes is canon?
Oh god. I own that game.
Interesting. Bought that game for like $5.
We did buy that game for $5. We bought that at, what, Five Below? Is that the store?
Yeah.
And, all I know is I started playing that game, and they started talking about fashion, and I was like, I don't understand what has happened, and I'm done. I'm out. I don't care.
So, Triforce Heroes is in which timeline? The defeated one? Okay.
Yeah.
What's after Triforce Heroes?
The Legend of Zelda.
Alright, the original Legend of Zelda game.
And then The Adventure of Link.
This game, the blue rupees are just one.
What? Cheap. Man. Inflation.
Alright. So,
Alright. That timeline actually has the majority of games.
Yes, it's definitely the most fleshed out timeline, I guess.
And I have never played any of them.
It's got a lot of the older games in it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the 2D or top-down games.
Yep.
So then, the child timeline?
So Child Timeline is the one that started with the Majora's Mask.
Right.
And then it's Twilight Princess.
Okay.
And then it is Four Swords plus Hyrule Adventure.
Right.
I didn't know that there was a second Four Swords game. Alright. That is it. That's all she wrote.
And then the adult timeline.
In the adult timeline,
So
we have...
This timeline I find confusing because they call it the adult timeline, but it consists of the games where Link is... I mean, I guess Link is kind of a child in most of them, but like the ones where he's the most obviously a child, like so
depicted more cartoony than any other ones. Like the child timeline has the grittier of the games, right? It has the Majora's Mask, which is totally like a weird trip on the brain,
right?
And then it's got Twilight Princess, which is like considered the darkest of all of them.
See, Link seems to be
Moody.
more of an adult in Twilight Princess, right? Like
Yeah.
he's like a teenager or something, but
He's a moody, angsty teenager with a...
but in the adult timeline, you've got games like, well, I think the first one is actually Wind Waker.
Correct.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, Wind Waker. It's in the adult timeline, which Wind Waker.
Good question.
You look the most like a child, right? Like, and then Phantom Hourglass.
Correct. You have them in the right order too.
Well, yeah, because it immediately follows Wind Waker. It's the same hero.
And there is only one more game on this timeline. and it is a doozy. Do you remember what it was?
On the adult timeline?
Yep.
Spirit Tracks?
Correct. You are a hero of trains.
The hero of the trains, yes.
Trains!
I don't have enough money to play for the toy Yoshi. There's Yoshi in this game.
What is this game? When did this come out? Why has it got so many crossovers?
When did this come out? Probably like 1995 or something.
I mean, I can look that up.
I found a secret seashell. Something good is bound to happen.
Oh, I can't hear the music at all, so me humming is not going to be whatever music is playing. Sorry, y'all.
Being attacked by butterflies! I don't actually know where
If
I'm
I type in
supposed to
Link's
go.
Awakening release date, I get the new one. Doesn't really work.
We'll put Game Boy then.
93.
1993, there you go.
That's when this was. It's the 4th installment.
Animal Village.
Ooh. Getting yourself some hearts that you don't need. But at least you've got a sword now. You just find it in the beach. Swords wash up on the beach, and you can't go to the store unless you have a sword. And for some reason, there's a lot of telephones.
I think what I have to do is go back down to the beach and then like come back up a different way.
Alright. Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to do? I'm not paying any attention.
I had to go to the forest. That's where the fish lives, remember?
Well, okay, yep. I feel like Octoroks are like the oldest enemy in any Zelda game.
I do believe they existed in the original game, yes.
I feel like they did.
What is that?
You got a Guardian Acorn. It's gonna save you
It will reduce the damage you take by half.
for how long? Ever?
I don't know.
Until you die? Until you cry? Like, what is our conditions? Where's my terms and
You
conditions?
told me I had to go north, but
No, just go south. It's fine.
I can't.
Okay, go west. East. Go east. Bum, bum. It does not feature Princess Zelda or the Triforce. What game are you playing?
Link's Awakening doesn't?
No, apparently not.
Well, I mean, the one we just played, Minish Cap, didn't have either Ganon or the Triforce.
I suppose that's true.
They're also staples of this game.
That is true. I really like the Minish Cap, though, so I'll stand by that. Let's see.
Who's the
You
banana guy?
are going to find the windfish. That is true.
Yes, that's what we're trying to do, is find the windfish.
Yep.
It
This
told me to
is-
go north, and there's no north path.
So, Link's Awakening is one of the few Zelda games that does not take place in the land of Hyrule. It instead takes place on... Let's find out.
It's just on an island.
Yes, it does. I'm just trying to find what the island's name is.
Island with a big egg on top.
There it is. It is Koholint.
There we go. Alright. I was here when the thing told me to go north.
Yeah, right? Go the only sort of north you can go. Oh, there's a sign. Is it going to tell you to go
I
north?
saw the sign.
It opened up my eyes.
Beware of sea urchins.
Don't touch them with your bare hands. Although to get here, you had to.
I had to hold the shield out to one of them.
Oh. Oh, fancy.
I guess I just... There must be a way up this way.
This game scored a 90 when it came out on Game Rankings.
See, this is the 4th installment, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so like the first one did amazingly well as the NES version, and it like did really well. What does the sign say?
Okay.
And then the second one didn't do nearly as well.
Bernarda says, I wonder if, though in different levels of graphics, the map of Hyrule has all the famous places in the same spot. No.
Roughly. Like, it's...
Like, we're talking,
How
like...
should you find, well... I'm afraid you may find it in a...
Trifle. If he takes a nap...
Have you ever visited the Tail Cave?
Give him a voice.
Which is south of the village.
Go.
Go there with the key you find in this forest. Windfish is watching. That's creepy. So Zelda games are very well known for how inaccurate the maps are. However, they tend to have a sort of pattern to them. There's usually Fire Mountain usually tends to be like in the northern part.
Yeah, there's usually like the Zora domain if it shows up, or the Rito.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing to know though. Zelda timeline, like when we say like the very first one, which I cannot remember what it's called right now. My goodness, what is the very first one?
The very first Zelda game?
Yeah, in the timeline.
Oh, Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword. So Skyward Sword started back when like gods and goddesses were a thing.
Got a piece of power.
And like people didn't really live in Hyrule. Like they were in the sky domain. Like they literally were in the clouds. And then we go through the whole timeline down to Wind Waker, which is like after quote unquote Noah's Ark and like the world has flooded. So, you know, roughly the same, but we are talking large span of time between those two games.
I haven't saved it all. Oh, there we go.
You can save right now.
Yeah, so I guess you can look at it as if the maps were done by different ancient cartographers. Just look at real ancient maps. Yeah, no, and honestly, not to spoil the magic of the games, but like the games were definitely not like intended to be.
Not then. They are now.
Yeah, there wasn't intending to be like any sort of canon or uniformity.
Timeline.
I probably should not have talked to the fairy this soon in the game.
Why?
They don't need the hearts.
Didn't she give you any kind of powers?
No.
Oh. Is she gone forever?
Probably. Yep.
Oh well.
So yeah, like there wasn't ever supposed to be canon in the game, and then like people were like, "Well, what's the canon of the game?" And then they made up this whole convoluted timeline for the game, and it's like, but,
I don't know. You say that, but like the yellow band on their cap is kind of
That's fair.
Like, it might have been in the back of their mind, but not priority, probably.
Right.
But yeah, decades and decades and decades and decades and eons between the games.
Well, yeah, like even the Breath of the Wild game, like, kind of makes that up. Like they had like 100 years between the same Link, like going to sleep and
waking up. That's true.
It's like, so, yeah, you know.
You can't lift it with just your bare hands.
So
the music in this is actually beautiful.
It is.
It finally came through on my headphones.
Enemy or?
No, he's Tanuki.
As a raccoon, my nose is very sensitive to stuff like dust and powder.
Okay.
Do you do drugs or what?
I don't know. You found some dude in the forest. I think he's doing drugs.
I mean, look at him.
He's having a grand old time over there. He's just laughing and smoking and smiling.
You're going to be lost, thanks to me. Are we already going into, like, the Lost Forest?
You must be. It just gave you sad music noise. Don't talk to him, maybe? Oh, you definitely did. Yep, you're gonna have to go down and then back around. Oh, weird.
Alright, so go find the raccoon guy again.
Yeah. I don't know what you're supposed to do to him. I feel like you have to be mean to him. He sent you on a wild goose chase. He told you it was exactly his fault.
Dust and powder.
So don't... Did you cut down everything last time?
No.
Maybe try going south this time.
I'm sure there's only 2 directions. No, I didn't go up there.
You're rude. Can you go into the tree at all? Is that like a thing?
Nope.
Okay. What? Okay, that is also not an opener to a sentence, sir. Just don't talk to him. Just walk past him. Because, like, he pushes something on you.
Does he?
Yeah, it makes like a leafy thing appear. Maybe weird. Bum 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 bum. What in the what? You done with this?
I'm gonna explore the areas I haven't been to yet.
That's fair. You tried cutting him down.
No. Maybe?
Is talking the same button as pressing a sword?
No.
Oh. Ooh. That's mean.
I got out of the forest, but...
Yes, you did. What was your goal? What did the... Ow, whoa.
Ow?
Okay. I'm not sure if that was lightning or sonic or what damage. Yeah, you can't hit him. And you're about to die now. Holy shit. Alright, there's some grass you can cut. What are you doing? What are you doing? You are low on health, sir. You do not pass up any opportunities. See? See? I did not know the choo-choos were gods in this goddamn game.
Apparently. I don't even know if that is choo. Like, there's like little round jelly blobs that I've been cutting down.
That's true. Oh my goodness. Can't have that treasure chest.
There's gotta be something with that raccoon, right?
I mean, yeah, there's something with the raccoon.
So this is one of those games that's like an open game too. Like if I don't talk to him.
I'm pretty sure if you talk to him, he throws like a thing on you. Like you'll see like a leaf animation. Very. I don't know why I said it that way.
I'm trying to think of
Shield to the face, push him through. Like,
how, like, I know, like, in Lost Woods and most of them, there's some
bombs.
sort of indication, like, what you're supposed to, where you're supposed to go, right?
Or like music or
Yeah,
something.
like, so a lot of times it's like the music changes or gets louder or something near the correct direction to go. Maybe, like,
You have no items
I have
yet,
to do something to, like, create some sort of dust or powder
right?
to, like, confuse them.
Make him sneeze. Do you think like the gust jar exists in this game?
No. That one was new for the Minish Cap.
Okay. Shield to the face. Whoa.
Wrong button.
I mean, you could do that too. Psychedelic.
You can't be lost thanks to me. I know.
Bum, 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 bum. Wow.
Where do I get dust or powder from, though?
I don't know. But there are other paths I don't think you've taken yet over here.
Well, I think I've gone all the way through the woods.
Oh, except for...
It's like when I got out here, that wasn't the woods anymore. And the owl said I had to find an item inside.
Can you go in that thing?
The cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in there. I can't go anywhere in here.
You can't walk on any of that stuff?
Oh, I can't break those. Interesting. I didn't think I could break the crystals. Not that it helps, I can't get in front of the treasure chest.
That's annoying.
See, I think these are the choo-choos.
Okay.
Could be wrong, but...
That other thing was just a goddamn god. Well, that's not even nice. Alright. Not this way. Do-do-do. Alright. One more time. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah. Let's see.
Alright, leave me alone.
Oh!
There's the fairy.
So apparently you get to do it once per try. Or once per game, probably. Once per relive.
Yeah,
Relive.
no.
Oh, we're gonna get comfy. Oh,
So...
you're not playing a boss anymore. I can get comfy. Although every time I move, I am risking losing sound.
Where do I get... Like, there's gotta be some sort of powder or something, right? Like...
There's gotta be something. Yeah. So the question is, how long do you want to play or try before I look it up?
You can look it up and then I'll tell you what I want to know.
Okay, I'll have it ready.
Or you can tell me if I'm way off track or something.
Okay.
Ooh, I wonder if I can do something with that.
Nala got very confused. I do think it's funny playing some of these older games versus playing newer games where, like, these old games do not hold your hand at all. They're just like, there's a Tanuki here that's being funny and we don't know what to do, and so good luck. And, like, kids back when, in 93, how often do you think they had access to internet to look up these guides? They would just have to keep trying different things.
Yeah, or you bought a guide.
Yeah.
You could buy like a magazine.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true.
And then, like, Nintendo would actually have on the back of the, like, in the back of the manuals and stuff for the games, like, call this phone number for tips on how to play the game and stuff like that.
I could be a navigator. That's a good role for me. Thanks.
Alright, what do I gotta do?
Oh, that's a good point. I'm not there yet. Alright. When you enter the mysterious forest, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, you'll see a cave, enter it. Inside the cave, you get around the holes while avoiding the keys and get up to the next part. Then avoid the gels to come out of the ground to attack. Then go left into the next room and you'll see a bunch of large rocks blocking your exit. Push the ones that will move around.
There are some that move around in here?
Apparently. Oh, I bet you can move the ones in the other room too and get that treasure chest.
Probably.
Don't die to the keys. Or falling damage. Keysy. Ah! Okay. You gotta go all the way around. There's a keys right there. Woo. You got 50 rupees! I hope it was worth it.
It said very nice.
Nice. Whoop whoop.
Alright. So there are some rocks in here that'll move.
Yep.
Jeez.
That's how this works. So you can at least get through. I don't know if you can get to the heart. I didn't read that part.
That's probably a specific pattern.
Well, it might be from the other angle too, so you might have to go down and then back into this cave.
Yeah, that's probably true. Let's see if we can... I want that heart.
Yep, I can tell. Can you
How
push?
do you reach it?
Huh?
How do you reach it?
You might have to get the power up to move those green things.
Yeah, that's probably it. Because
Otherwise, why would
there's
they
no
be
other
there?
way to do it. Yeah. Not all of the rocks move in that room.
Right?
There we go. No more beeping. There's a mushroom over here.
Yep.
As you hold it over your head, a mellow aroma flows into your nostrils. Well, he did say he had a sensitive nose.
Yep. That's true.
Alright, that's good. Thank you.
Okay. I will be at the Red Eye if you need me. And by that, I mean I'm going to be taking a napsies. Not a napsies. Oh, I won't do it. But it's almost Allison's bedtime.
But there's no other way to go, so I guess do something with the mushroom to him.
That would be my guess. I haven't actually read the next portion. I think you just blocked yourself.
I did.
Okay. I don't know if you can just take the mushroom straight to him or if you have to turn it into some sort of a sleeping powder or something, or... I don't know.
We'll find out.
What's weird about my headphones kind of working and not working is I can only hear the sound effects. I can't hear the music.
Oops.
It's time to feed the dogs.
Dogs don't like food.
Well, it's getting chunky.
I just messed this up.
No, you didn't.
There we go.
I like that every time you're just like, keep going head first, straight to them. Oh my god, there's 4 of them in this room? Have there always been 4?
Yes.
Oh, are you trapped?
No.
Oh, okay. That's so many keys for such a small room.
I got a mushroom. Let's see if we can do something with it.
Mushroom, mushroom.
Alright.
Is it? Oh, it is literally an item. It's the toadstool you picked in the woods. What is it for? You hold it over your head and a mellow aroma wafts into your nostrils. Huh. Huh.
Apparently it gets confused when I stand next to somebody and use an item.
Huh. I feel like you have to turn it into a powder, but I don't know how.
Yes.
Did anybody back at like the village were they known for powders? Did they have is it a mortar and pestle? Is that right?
I don't remember anything like that.
Is there anybody in this forest that looks suspicious and that would make powders for you out of mushrooms that you have no idea what are? And you're literally making him drugs. That's literally what's
I mean,
happening.
he's clearly on drugs already.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You're gonna make him hallucinate, and that's kind of weird. Bloop. Oh, Jesus, you just fell into a well. That was the right thing to do.
There we go.
But people have died in here, but there's clearly staircase out.
How do I get out? Yeah, I get it. It's the toadstool. I gotta put the shield back on. I think it's glitched. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was glitched, I'm sure. But... neat.
It works and then it doesn't, and then it does. Yahoo! Hi, Mella. Hi. You're okay. I promise. I know my watch said it was foodie times. It's okay. It'll be soon. Yeah. You're a pretty girl. You got big sad eyes.
See, this is the game.
I confused Mella, Brandon.
Noel's always confused.
That's true.
Nothing in here for that.
I mean, talk to the merchant and just see.
I don't think so.
Nope, you can't push those blocks. Jesus Christ. He's planning escapees.
But can I break the pots now?
Probably. What? Okay, well, nope, that's a nope.
Gotta do something with this mushroom.
There is something with this mushroom. She's so very...
She's singing the Ballad of the Windfish.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear it at all.
Well, she told me that.
Ah.
Do I have to listen to it all, or...?
Oh, let's go, puppy.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay. Oh, don't hurt the dog. Fox. Cat. Dog, fox, cat. Vote now.
So there's a fisherman.
Fine.
Sure, fish. Use left and right on the D-pad to aim a cast. Once you hook a fish, press the button rapidly to reel him in.
Huh. They have a whole fishing minigame in here. You gotta get the big one, Brandon. There's only 2 of them.
Sure, one more time, I guess. Aim a cast once you hook a fish.
Rapidly press button. Woo! It's a runt.
Okay. I'm gonna waste all my money trying to catch fish.
How much does it cost to fish?
10. Don't want this fish.
You're gonna get a 5 for it.
Yeah, but then I'll get the other ones for more.
That's hopefully true. So this guy stalks this river or this lake?
Guess.
Alright. Alright. Come here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come here, fishy, fishy, fishy. You can't really move it back and forth, can you?
No, I can't really change where it goes. I can just reel it closer to me. I think that I should be able to kind of
closer.
get it closer to him.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeezies. Uh-oh. Oh, you've got him. He had to go to the two-finger technique.
There we go. I got a piece of heart. And a 20 rupee prize. Hell yeah, let's try that again.
You think the other one's got a piece of heart in it?
I don't know.
Worth a try, though, right? Be ready for your two-finger technique. That fish has no chance. Done.
It's a lunker. No, there's no fish left in the lake.
You should definitely have more passion, sir.
Yeah, well, I walked away with more than I came with. So
There you go.
as long as you catch a fish each time, you'll be fine. Alright.
Even if you miss one, you'd be 5 rupees richer if you hadn't missed the first one. Why are chain chomps here? Who keeps them as pets? They're not nice.
Alright. What do I gotta do with the mushroom?
You have to go through the woods until you find the witch's hut.
In the woods?
Yep. I can read it to you if you'd like. And give you the exact directions.
Is it through that cave?
I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, no.
I feel like I've been everywhere in the woods.
So from the cave, you go
Alright, yeah, tell me where it is.
right and down.
From the entrance to the cave?
Yep.
There's no right.
Let's see. Get through the room with the keys, go right and down, then push the rock into the pit and open up the chest. Go around and exit the cave. Okay, so maybe that's still in the cave.
Yeah.
Okay. Back outside, go up the path a couple of screens until you reach a scene with a couple of gels and a moblin by a cave.
Oh, okay. I have to go in this cave, don't I? Maybe not. Alright, what?
Go right a couple of more screens until you see a screen where you see a heart piece. So you've definitely been here.
Yeah, see, we're outside of the forest.
Now go down a couple of more screens.
Don't touch the shoe, it'll shock you.
And now go right a screen. There's the witch's hut.
Alright, I guess.
You were close. We just stopped at the chew. The god chew.
Makes powder. Okay, so what do I do with it?
Bernard says, I'll have to tell my dogs they don't like food too.
Oh yeah, he said that a while ago.
I didn't read it though. Don't worry, I've been on the
Yeah, it's the toadstool. That's great.
when I'm reading the navigation or the walkthrough, I can't see the comments on my phone.
Yeah, okay.
It's only when I have the app full screened.
Before you hold over your head, yeah. It's already it is. Take care, as there's not much there. Why not try a bit in my hut? Got some magic powder. Try sprinkling it on a variety of things.
Hmm.
Get 20 uses of it.
That seems like a lot of uses. Are you gonna break all her pots? Oh, you can't.
Use it on your enemies and see what happens.
Did she say go to the est? Because I think it was missing.
She said for est.
Oh, okay. I thought she just meant to the east, and I was like, she forgot a letter.
Before I waste all this powder.
Fair.
So try sprinkling it on your enemies too.
Yep.
Sprinkle it on the dude.
I absolutely will try sprinkling it on all the enemies, but after the stupid Tanuki first. He's first.
He's a raccoon. He said so.
What's the difference?
A Tanuki is a raccoon dog.
What? I thought it was like a raccoon god.
What's that thing? Alright.
Sprinkle, sprinkle! Oh, he's... I'm not sure what kind of drug that is, but, what?
The last thing I can remember was biting into a big, juicy toadstool. Then I had the darndest dream. I was a raccoon! Yes! Sounds strange, but it sure was fun. Yeah, you shouldn't just eat random mushrooms, dude. Alright, have fun. You've got the tail key. Now you can open the tail cave gate. Take the key and go to the tail cave. Retrieve the instrument that is hidden there. Now go. Go now. The windfish is waiting. Hoot. Ooh. Is the tail cave over here?
I would hope so.
Ooh, that's a weird looking lake.
Yeah, it is. There's a goddamn telephone out here.
Yeah.
Who wired this shit?
Inside of a tree.
Brandon, you just wasted powder.
I saw that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I guess all the phones tell me to go to the library.
Jesus Christ.
I think we're coming up on our time here, though.
We're gonna call it for tonight? Oh, I'm absolutely tired. Puppies are hungry. Shouldn't say those words. I was hoping you could find the entrance to the cave and we'd just call it a day there.
I think it might be the cave that I saw down by the water before. I have to go back through the forest to get there. But also, I kind of wonder if it's...
I can tell you where it is.
Am I going the right way?
I don't know. Wherever the owl appeared, it says, go down 3 or 4 screens until you can't go down any further, then go left 1, and then go down a couple of more screens until you're out of the forest.
Alright, so back where we came from.
Yeah. So you're going to the shore area, and that's where the tail cave is.
Yeah, that's where I thought, because I saw a cave with a gate on it before.
Yep.
But I thought the owl had said something about the cave being somewhere else. So, it's all good though. There we go, full health. Alright, go through a door, because that'll...
What will that do?
It'll make it, like, save. Or, like, when you save it...
Oh, you come back through that area? Yeah, when you hit continue.
There we go. Alright.
Cool.
That is it for tonight. Let's see if we have anyone online that D-God's online. Let's go raid him. Alright. Later, everyone. This has been fun.